I remember the first time I walked into Franklin Spanish. It felt so warm and inviting. There was a group of people learning Spanish.
I was driving by, I was going downtown and out to dinner, and then I was coming back and I saw the Spanish flags and the Spanish sign that said, "Hey, we give Spanish lessons." I was like, I've been looking for a place like this for a long time.
I was driving by one day and you had the sign in the yard and the flags on the fence post, and I went, "Oh man, Franklin Spanish." I think I called that very same day and I spoke with Professor Ginger. And then I basically went online, signed up, and then I came to the class, I think that next week. One of the frustrating things is, where do you go? And you can do like online tutoring and some of those things, but you don't get a lot of the physical interaction anywhere that I could like go and meet people to actually speak it, right?
Franklin Spanish is a huge bonus for Franklin, Tennessee. People are friendly. You learn so much Spanish. There's so many resources, both during the class and after the class.
The biggest thing that I like about the classes is I feel like I'm safe to make mistakes, because when I first started coming here, my instinct was to apologize for everything, because I didn't know what to say, I didn't know how to say it, and so I kept saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know, I'm sorry." But then you and Ginger were very welcoming and made me feel like it was okay to make mistakes. That was part of the process. It was a safe place, and I felt like no matter what I said and no matter how I messed up, I would always be welcomed, and I always feel like you were here to help me.
There's definitely, when you're trying to learn a language, there's a little bit of the fear of like, going to talk to others and then making a mistake, right? I think one of the things that we talked about in the class is getting over that, right? It's not about, it's about trying to communicate in the language that you're interested in learning. So coming to class was amazingly helpful in trying to get over that fear, right? I'm much more comfortable now speaking to other people. I still make mistakes, and I'm still absolutely not perfect, but coming to class was probably the first step in kind of getting over that fear of being able to talk to other people in their native language, and not having that worry of I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, or I sound like a 2-year-old. So yeah, coming to class was very helpful.
One of the hardest things I find is not the listening, but the speaking, because it takes real courage to speak. And so in that environment where you're hearing other people trying to learn as well, it was very beneficial, and it allowed me to have the courage to actually start using my voice in Spanish and begin able to speak in Spanish.
Por mí es la lengua segunda, la más importante en los Estados Unidos, porque es por el negocio, para mi trabajo, es importante para hablar una lengua otra que inglés. Sí. So me gusta clases porque necesito practicar con otras personas.
¿En español o en inglés? En inglés. In English? In English, okay. I like Spanish because it gives me, when I study it, I feel like I'm improving myself. That's the first thing. So I'm improving myself, and I'm also giving my mind a lot of exercise. So I feel like it makes me sharp in other areas of my life, like my job, better recall, better problem solving skills. I feel like it helps me in a lot of different ways outside of just learning the language.
People now know that when you take another language as you age, it really helps with your cognitive abilities. It really helps your brain stay healthy.
I like Spanish because to me, for work and for travel, it's always been a goal of mine to be able to speak another language. I've been in an industry where Spanish was incredibly important. Most of the people I worked with were Hispanic, and so learning to speak another language was very important to me. It's always been a goal of mine to speak another language, and I think Spanish is like the second most popular language in this country. It's the one that we can actually have an opportunity to practice with. So I know a lot of people that are interested in trying to learn Spanish, and they're doing the phone thing. And it really, I think, takes speaking with people, and in a class environment, it just helps to really kind of get that language a little bit better, a little bit more of the culture, a little bit more of the, I guess, stumbling through some of the words. So I think it's been a fantastic idea to open a class. I'm so glad I saw it. Thank you.
So really in Franklin, there's no better way to learn Spanish than Franklin Spanish. It allows you the opportunity to really learn to hear and then speak in Spanish. And I haven't found anything close to it as far as the ability to learn Spanish well.